What up, y'all? It's your boy Spiff, and I'm back again with another Mo Spiff production, man. Look, before I get started, I want to say that everybody that prayed when I asked, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it because that was kind of on my mind real tough. Really, Saturday before I went on the track, really didn't have 100% of my focus on the track. But I appreciate those that prayed because before I went on the track, things were looking a little shaky. But after asking people to pray and then I came off the track, I got the phone call that things was looking better. Even though I didn't publish the video till that next morning, she didn't get out of the hospital till that next day. So people on the channel still got an opportunity to pray as things was unfolding. And it's good to continue to pray, you know what I'm saying, either way it go. Because, you know, so we want things to continue to get better. So I appreciate that, man. You're talking to somebody that understands what prayer is, so I appreciate that. So, right now, we're going to do a video that I've been wanting to do for a while now. Well, I should have been and done it by now. And that's the 5 things I like about this car. So, y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment. This your first video, man. Subscribe so you'll know when these videos come out, because I'm constantly putting out videos. I'm putting out videos every week. I want to put out more videos in the week. I want to put out more videos. Trying to arrange things now so I can do more during the week instead of waiting till the weekend and trying to do 2 and 3 and 4, 5 videos in a weekend. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying to get more and more to y'all as time comes. So I'm about to do 5 things I love about my car, and stay tuned because right after that I'm gonna do 5 things I hate about my car. And right now I can only think about 2. I've been thinking about it for the past 2-3 days now. What's the 5 things I can say that I hate? But I don't know. We gonna find something. But right now, let's get into number 5 of what I love about my car. Okay, so starting at 5 would be the color of this car. Now, the color of this car, I ain't gonna lie, it took a while to grow on me because I was like, man, I don't know about an orange car, but this orange, I could deal with it. But after I got the car, like that orange really grew on me and grew on me. And that's like a real specific color orange, man. You don't see that color orange all the time. So somebody said, why I ain't get Tennessee orange? I did not want that Tennessee bright orange that is too close to being a now later on wheels. So now I don't want that orange. I like this deep dark, I call it like Florida orange. It's actually gold mango orange, but I love that color, man. And I really don't want to tamper with the color too much. That's why you only see the partial wrap I got to it is in black, because it's kind of hard to find something to match that mango color. So I just said if I do a wrap, it's gonna be a wrap that's gonna match and accent what's already going on with the car. So number 5 is the car's color. Then number 4 would be that this is a black top edition. And what I mean by the black top edition is whenever you see one of these and they got the black spoiler on the back, that's a black top edition. Some of them come with black hoods too. Some of them come with black hoods too, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe so. Some of your black top editions come with black hood, and then it'll have that black spoiler on the back. Now, some people think because that black spoiler is the same color as the wrap on my hood, which is matte black or satin black or whatever you want to call it. Some people think I wrap my spoiler on my car to match the rest of the wrap. But no, I didn't have my spoiler wrap. This is the black top edition, and they came, like you see her, she gave me a thumb up, and she gave me a thumbs up, and she was driving back. She liked my car. But yeah, I did not wrap that spoiler. It's the black top edition, and that's how they come. They come with the black spoilers, chargers too, and some of them come with the black hood, I believe. So that would be number 4. Okay, so number 5 was the mango color. Number 4 was it's the black top edition. Number 3, the thing I love about my car. Thirdly, is pop this hood. Is the fact that Dodge make these cars extremely modifiable. I don't know if that's a word. If it ain't, I just made up one. These cars are extremely modifiable, man. There are several things you can do to this car for us engine wise. I ain't talking about body wise, I'm talking about engine wise. There are several mods you can do to your car that, you know what I'm saying, that you really can't do to a lot of other cars. Like on this one, for instance, like my cold air intake right there, it has a hail scoop on it, a Hellcat scoop on it that goes from my intake, from here into my intake and on into my engine. And that gives me a little bit more kick and horsepower than the average GT Momentum cold air intake without the Hellcat scoop. And the Hellcats come with that off the factory. That's why it's called the Hellcat scoop. What Dodge made it where I can modify my cold air intake to do exactly the same thing. So that's another thing I love about these cars. They are easy to mod. You don't have to go through a whole bunch of trouble and a whole lot of money modding these cars. It's really your choice. You know what I'm saying? There are some things if you want to spend that price tag, you can. But the way Dodge do it, you don't have to spend all that money to get extra horsepower and extra this and extra that on these cars. Dodge make them so modifiable that you can do so without spending a whole lot of money, because you could take a V6 at 305 horsepower and you could bump it up to a RT, you know what I'm saying, less than $1,000, $1,200. And that way you save in like $10,000, you know what I'm saying, buying an RT, which when it come time for me to upgrade, it wouldn't make sense for me to get an RT, and an RT is only 70 horsepower more than this one, which is probably less than that now because I got more than 305 in this car now. So that would be the third thing I like the most about my car, that Dodge make them real modifiable. And then, secondly, as we move on to number 2, another thing I like about my car, turn this air down. It's so hot out here, man. I got the air on blast. I don't even know if y'all can hear me talking. But I like the pages, my vehicle info pages. Like I can keep up with my trans temp, my oil temp, my oil pressure, my oil life. And I really like the oil life because a lot of the other cars I've had, I really wouldn't know it was time to change the oil until the light come on. And I really don't like waiting until the light come on, because to me by then you're in a dire situation. But I like changing my oil when it get down to about 20%, 15% at the most. 20%, I'm changing my oil, really about 25%. And your car will really, really appreciate that, instead of waiting until you get down to the light come on, because by then, you ain't really got nothing but dirt and grime for oil in your engine. And that right there will, over time, you know what I'm saying, put a little extra wear and tear on your engine over time, man. So, that's battery. But the thing I like the most is this one right here. I watch this one more than anything. Being that I changed out that 100 and that thermostat, stock thermostat, it was at 203 degrees. Well, this one opens up at 180 degrees. And I can be at 100 miles an hour and it'll be sitting right there at 185, 186, 187, right there in that range. And I'm able to keep an eye on this right here, which I can look at it right there too, like the hand, but right here I can look at it like digitally. I got a digital look, so I can really catch it when it's trying to rise. Now, places like, if you go back and look at that video where me and my brother was drag racing, he asked me how fast I was going. Well, I didn't know how fast I was going because I was too busy watching my temp. Same thing when I went to the streetcar takeover in Bowling Green. It was like 94, 97 degrees out there, and you know the track gonna be way hotter than it. Track gonna be way hotter than it. So I kept an eye on my temp instead of my miles per hour, which if I'm really worried about miles per hour, I can look at it over there. But that's the number two thing I like about this car. Like, I can really keep up with what's going on with my car. If my car does something out the ordinary, I'm gonna know about it immediately. So that's number two. So the number one thing I like about my car is the 8-speed transmission that's on this car. These are not your ordinary transmissions on these cars. The first thing I notice about my transmission, that it really shifts. Like, some cars shift real smooth, and sometimes that's what you want. But in a sports car, sometimes you want to feel that power and you want to feel that muscle, you know what I'm saying? And when this transmission shift, you can feel it shift, and I like that, man. Some people don't like, you know what I'm saying, they want a smoother, but when you dealing with something with power, sometimes you want to feel that power, and I can feel that through this transmission, man. Especially when like in the other video when I was showing y'all like the down kick and all that. Like, after I do a down kick and with that pedal box, man, that transmission is a beast, man. I tell you, that transmission is a beast. And it takes nothing for that transmission to take off when you're in a low gear, especially when you're in sport mode. And I'm gonna say I like that along with the transmission, because when your transmission and all that change when you put your car in sport mode, because now in sport mode, your car is hanging in lower gears longer, and you pick up faster, quicker. I mean, you could pick up speed quicker like that. So that's the number one thing I like about my car, man, is this transmission. This transmission is a bad boy in these cars, and they real tough too. They some real tough transmission. They not that easy to tear up. I ain't saying you can't tear them up, but you got to really be hogging it, boy. You got to be hogging it on a regular and consistent to, like, just really tear these transmissions up, man. So that's my 5 things: the Go Mango color, black top edition, the fact that I can do all type of mods to my car, the info pages so I can keep up with the healthiness of my car, and number 1 would be the transmission. So those are the 5 things I love the most about my car. So stay tuned, man, because right now I'm gonna end this video and I'm getting ready to do another video on the 5 things I hate about this car. And right now I can only think of 2. I've been thinking for the past 2 days, like, what can I really say that I hate about my car? So, man, y'all hit that like button. Feel free to comment, subscribe, man, so you'll know when these videos coming out, because I always got some lined up. We going higher and higher every video, man. So until next time, be great, drive fast, and God bless America.